Hi, my name is Gift.
Hi, my name is Nydia.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
We're going to be talking about this person that was killed. It's called the Hello Kitty murderer. Okay.
Fan Man Yi was born in 1975. She was abandoned by her family and was raised in an all-girls orphanage in Hong Kong. When she turned 15, she had to leave the orphanage because they had an age restriction. Fan became homeless. She eventually became addicted to drugs. She was forced into street prostitution until the age of 21 and eventually married one of her clients in 1996. The neighbors described her husband as abusive and would often hear yelling from their house. When she had her kids, she decided to quit drugs and prostitution to give her kid a better and safer life, but she was still struggling. She got a job as a hostess at a brothel and eventually left her husband shortly before her death. Fan met a 34-year-old man named Chan Man Lo Kin, 1997. They met at a place she worked and discovered they had stuff in common. Fan was a drug addict and Chen was a drug dealer. In 1999, Fan stole Chen's wallet with about 4,000 Hong Kong dollars, around 500 US dollars. When Chen found out what happened, he demanded Fan return the money in addition to a fee of 10,000 Hong Kong dollars, around 1,300 US dollars. Fan returned the money immediately, but she needed time to earn the additional fee.
During March 17, 1999, Fan was abducted by Chan and his henchmen in Block 90 Citrus Road. When Fan was in captivity, she was tortured and assaulted. On one occasion, Fan was kicked in the head about 50 times. She was beaten with metal bars while being strung up and used as a punching bag. Spices were rubbed into her wounds, and her legs and feet were burned with candle wax so she couldn't walk. She was forced to consume human feces and urine. She was also forced to smile and say she enjoyed the beatings. If she refused, they would torture her even more harshly. After a month of torture, they discovered Fan Man Yi had died overnight. Chan and his henchmen argued that she died from an overdose, although most experts believe it was her injuries that killed her. After discovering she was dead, they moved Fan's body to the bathtub and dismembered her using a saw. They cooked the individual pieces of her body to stop her from decomposing and emitting a rotting smell. Using the boiling water that was on the stove where they were cooking dinner, the killers boiled the pieces of her body and disposed of them in the garbage. However, they saved her head. After boiling it on the stove and allegedly using the same utensils to stir their meals that was used to move her head around, they stuffed her skull into an oversized Hello Kitty mermaid doll. They kept one tooth and some internal organs. The organs were kept in a plastic bag.
In May of 1999, a 14-year-old girl told officers that for the past several weeks she had been constantly haunted by the ghost of a woman who had been bound by electrical wire and tortured to death. The police brushed her claims as nothing but dreams or teenage nonsense. However, their interest was piqued when she explained that the ghost of a woman she'd had a hand in murdering, following the child back to the apartments of the city of Kulin district. They discovered that the girl's dreams were in fact very real nightmares. Inside the flat, they found an oversized Hello Kitty doll with a decapitated skull of a woman inside of it. Decapitated skull of a woman inside of it.
The three men were arrested and then prosecuted in 2000. They were found guilty, but not of murder, instead convicted of manslaughter. They were also convicted of lesser crimes such as false imprisonment, etc. Without Mora Fan's remains, her precise cause of death couldn't be determined. Chan Man Luk Lee Sing Cho and
Young.
Ling were sentenced to life in prison. However, Ling successfully appealed his conviction and was soon sentenced to 18 years after pleading guilty in retrial. He was released from prison in 2011. Ah Fang was granted immunity because of her age and her testimony in the Hello Kitty murder trial. She never faced any punishment. Okay, Gabby.
Meghan Trainor thought she was on her thing before confirming she was pregnant. She is very grateful that she is pregnant. And yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Okay, bye. Gabby.
Bye.